If your GMT900 Chevrolet, Tahoe, GMC, whatever, is making clunks whenever you turn left or right, then let's get underneath the truck. This is the sway bar and this is the end link. And as you can see, the bushing has fallen off the top. There should be bushing here, 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 and here. And this happened on both sides of my truck. So it's time to replace it. We'll be replacing them with these. These are made in America, so they're a little bit more expensive, but they look quite a bit higher quality than the other stuff on Amazon. So I'll link these down below for your convenience. Made in USA. Step 1, make sure the e-brake is on. Break loose these nuts. Jack it up on this cross beam right here. Place it right in the middle of the cross beam. Place your jack stands. I always place it right around this pinch bolt because that's going to be a very strong point. Let's do that side. Slowly lower the jack. Make sure the jack stands catch. Now, we need to move tire. Place it on the truck for extra security. You don't need to do that, but I do. Now, we have access to the sway bar end link. These nuts are a 22mm, by the way. Grab a 14mm and some pliers. Attach the pliers, and as you can see, that is obviously way too much movement. That is not right. So let's remove this. You could use normal tools, but impact drivers does make the job a little bit easier. It's actually a 15mm, my mistake. There you go. I can pull it out all the way through. For the old, we want to take this apart. There you go. Keep it in order. We want to install it just the same, right? So this bushing goes downwards, just like that, so it fits into the hole. Put it down and insert this piece right here, and you put it all the way through. Add the top bushing now. Go ahead and loosen up the other side, and that will give us easier access to install. For some reason, no other video talks about that. What the heck? It's impossible not to do it like that, or nearly impossible. Why work harder when you could work smarter? Okay, now the last thing we need to do is install this nut, which of course I need 2 hands to do because I'm holding the bolt in. Now we got the nut on. Before we turn it all the way, let's go ahead and install the other side. Out with the old, in with the new. Now it's time to torque this down to 89 pounds or 7.43 foot-pounds. However, my torque wrench took a big old dookie and it's not working anymore. So I just ordered a new one. In the meantime, I have this on top. I already tightened it a little bit, and I'm just gonna do it by feel. And this is feeling about 7 foot-pounds. I would highly recommend getting a torque wrench, but I lift weights and that feels about 7 foot-pounds right there. So this is good. And now just install tires and do everything in reverse and you're good. And there you have it. Ultimately, super easy to do, especially if you remove the one on the other side. And if you're doing this job, just replace both anyways. No reason not to. Everything will be linked down below for your convenience.